a beautiful morning to you out here. Welcome to the night where it is just Europa League games. Mouth-watering encounters will be coming in from average clubs, as they say them, or as they call them. Last night a Londoner stopped a London team to actually move or advance to the next round of the English of the UEFA Champions League. And also we had a night full of wonders for the Bayern Munich side as they stopped Arsenal from moving to the next round. And also in the Etihad Stadium, it was in favor of the 14-time winners as they went on to triumph to the next round of the semi-finals of the UEFA Champions League with penalty shootout against the defending champions. These and more right here on your number one dial. Good morning to you. Welcome to P&B Sport, and my name is Rudy Musaga RMG. We'll be right back for the full games. Welcome back, and don't forget that you can stream us live and direct on Facebook and also on YouTube. You can also drop your comment on our topic of discussion for today. It is all about the UEFA Champions League night where defending champions Manchester City were sent home or they were asked to stay at home ahead of the semi-final games, and now it is now known official that Real Madrid will be taking on Bayern Munich in the first leg of the semi-finals out there in the Allianz Arena later by next month, and then the finals will be taking place. Who will become the champion of this season? We're going to be seeing Real Madrid 15-time champions, or Kylian Mbappe's side, or an Hurricane who has been trophyless all his career will be trophy full this season. These and more. But first, let's go straight to the local scene. We are at the Federal High Court in Abuja on Wednesday. Oh, so sorry. That is not the story we'll be looking at today. We'll be looking at stories from the local scene where many of the Nigerian oppositions are talking about talking about the man Ladan Boso and Ipeba, who is one of Nigerian's former player, Nigerian Super Eagles player, who will be flying his shows to Uyo to scout on for players in the Nigerian Football League and also leagues for the under-20 team. Let's not forget that Coach Ladan Boso is the head coach of that particular football, that particular part of the Nigerian team, and they are actually planning to have a scouting team ahead of other qualifying games that will be coming up for the Nigerian contingent or the Nigerian under-20 team. But first and foremost, we'll be looking at a whole lot that is trending in the local scene, like games coming in. 1,500 athletes are set to participate in the oil and gas games scheduled to take place later this year, and also these athletes will be seen making impact for the All Africa, for the NOGIG. Yes, that's the Nigerian Oil and Gas Industry Games. Now the Minister of Sports Development, Senator John Uwa Eno, and his FCT counterpart Jensen Wike, with the other top government functionaries and stakeholders in the oil and gas sectors, will be the guests at the 19th edition of the Nigerian Oil and Gas Industry Games, scheduled for 21st of April to 27th of April 2024 in Abuja, the Federal Capital Territory. Now, the chairman, local organizing committee for the games, Dr. Ifeanyi Mojo Eyes, disclosed these during the pre-event press conference, which was held on Wednesday in Abuja. Now the LOC says about 1,500 participants from 13 oil companies will participate in 13 games during the week-long event, which will hold at both Package A and Package B of the National Stadium known as the Moshood Abiola Stadium in Abuja. Alright, and now let's leave that shows. We'll go straight up to the next story we have in our shows as the hope of Aruna Quadri to reaching the last 8 in this year's ITTF World Cup in Macau as dashed on Wednesday after he suffered a 3-1 defeat to Portugal's Marcos Freitas. Reports coming in that the Portuguese player Marcos dominated the game in front from the first set despite the effort of the Nigerian into the international scene. Marcos Freitas claims the first set 12-10 and he was able to clinch the second set narrow against the Nigerian born 11-9. Aruna Quadri could not stop his dominance as he edged the third set to an 11-19 while the Nigerian sensation clinched just one in the final set which was 11-3. Aruna remained the only African player to have reached the quarterfinals of the tournament, having achieved the feat in Germany in 2014. Alright, now let's go straight to English Championship. King Park's Rangers QPR, who are interested in signing Super Eagles goalkeeper Sterling Nwabali, the 27-year-old shortstopper who helped Nigeria reach the finals of the African Cup of Nations earlier this year. Currently plays for South African team Chippa United. However, he will be available as a free agent at the end of this season as he has decided not to extend his contract with the club. Now, QPR was linked with Nwabali in January, but no transfer was completed. Now, the competition comes in for the Nwabali as it is expected after his performance in the just concluded African Cup of Nations, and the clubs even in Nigeria are reigniting their interest in the player this summer. Smiro Bogovic, QPR's current goalkeeper, has come under scrutiny this season, and with him being a 36-year-old, the club would likely be looking for a new face in goal post. It is not just QPR that is interested in Nwabali. Union Center Gilose and El Itifak are also reportedly shown interest in the player, but he has not received any concrete offers according to him, despite Nwabali's impressive performances. The certain heads are valuable. Alright, we just hope that he gets the right contract, the right deal, and also the main or the perfect club for him to make his shots. Now let's go straight back to the story of Ladan Boso, where the national, the 20 coach Ladan Boso, Victor Ikpegba, and also NFL board member Honorable NSCN were in Uyo for the 2-day football scouting tournament. About 200 under 20 players from 12 clubs across South and also Southeast region of Nigeria participated in the scouting tournament at Uyo Township Stadium on Wednesday, 17th of April 2024. Now the Ace Nigerian international and brand icon Victor Ikpegba said he was delighted at the quality of the players in the tournament and believed the presence of coach Ladan Boso and goalkeeper trainer Eta Egbe and he has given the football event a great impact. So far so good. The players were excited to have seen great coaches such as Ladan Boso and others after the spell in Accra 2023. Ladan Boso said elimination by substitution has necessitated the scouting process. Alright, now let's go straight to CAF. This time around, the Confederation of African Football, CAF, has unveiled the draw data for the 2025 African Cup of Nations qualifiers scheduled for Morocco, Rabat. The quartet of Liberia, Chad, Eswatini, and Niger qualified for the group stage last month after cruising past their opponent in the preliminary round. Now, the footballing world body, African body, has revealed the end of April as the date of qualifying draws, but no specific data has been picked. Now, the Nigerian Super Eagles is among the top seeds for the draws, having finished as the first runners-up in the 2023 African Cup of Nations in Ivory Coast, and the Nigerian side is also among the top 3 teams in the continent behind Morocco and Senegal. Alright, now that is the stories coming in from the local scene. Let's quickly go for a quick break, and when we come back, we'll go straight to Juventus, where they are asked to pay about £8 million to Cristiano Alvaro dos Santos Ronaldo, the man who once played for them 2 seasons ago. We'll be right back. Welcome back, and glad to know you're still with Politics and Business TV, and this is P&B Sport. Don't forget that you can reach us live and direct on our live streams on YouTube and also on our Facebook. My name is Rudy Musago, RMG, and you have just missed the first half of the program. Now we're blowing the whistle for the second half, where Juventus have been ordered to pay Cristiano Alvaro dos Santos Ronaldo £8.3 million in owed wages by an Italian court. Ronaldo, who is now 39 years old, agreed to defer wages when football in Italy was halted by the COVID-19 pandemic in the 2020-2021 season. The Portuguese had claimed that he was owed more than £17 million by his former club. Now the Court of Arbitration said that the club should pay what the player would have received after tax and other deductions. Ronaldo spent 3 seasons in Italy with Juventus between 2018 and 2021, helping them to win 2 Serie A titles. He left for his second spell with Manchester United after 16 months at Old Trafford. He later joined Saudi club Al Nassr. The 5-time Ballon d'Or winner awarded to the world best player was ranked by American business magazine Forbes as the world's highest paid sportsman in 2023, with the earnings around £109 million. This is wow, and the man keeps getting rich every day. Alright, let's leave that show. Let's go to one of his former clubs. Talking about out there in the Santiago Bernabeu in Spain. We call them the Blues. We call them the Los Blancos. We call them Real de Madrid. The Madrid Stars, as the coach Carlo Ancelotti strode nonchalantly away from a scene of carnage as Manchester City's treble dream was left intact by the great Champions League survivors, Real Madrid. Now Ancelotti has seen most things in football, including plenty of success, as the only man to win this tournament 4 times. But even the most famous raised eyebrows in the game must have nudged skywards a little more than usual, as the manager of this quarterfinals victory. Real went through 4-3 on penalties after the tie ended 4-4 on aggregate and 1-1 on stoppage time at Etihad Stadium. But Ancelotti and Pep Guardiola have become one of the dominants in the UEFA Champions League. Now City have suffered pain in the Champions League before, and there will certainly be wounds from the way this frenetic, compelling game was lost. It lost in penalties, and the immediate task for manager Pep Guardiola is to make sure that fatigue and disappointment left behind here does not spill over in what is now a quest for a domestic double for the English Premier League and also the FA Cup, with semi-finals against Chelsea in the FA Cup in the later at Wembley Stadium on Saturday evening. That's this weekend. Next tomorrow they will be playing Chelsea. How would that be for them? We get to know more on this weekend. But before then, now let's go straight to Arsenal camp. We are in Bayern Munich out there in the Allianz Arena. And Mikel Arteta says that he must show his Arsenal side support and love after Bayern Munich knocked them out of the UEFA Champions League. Arsenal made a bitterly disappointment exit from the Champions League as they were beaten by Bayern Munich in a euphoric atmosphere at the Allianz Arena. Now Joshua Kimmich's powerful 63-minute header from Rafael Guerrero's cross was enough to send the Germans through to the semi-finals on a 3-2 aggregate score after the two-team had drawn 2-2 in the London field in the first leg. Despite being held at Emirates Stadium, Arsenal were confident of advancing against Bayern Munich's side, who had endured a poor domestic season and were without key players Serge Gnabry and Kingsley Coman because of injury. In a tight and cagey second leg, watched by Arsenal owner Stan Kroenke, Gabriel Martinelli had the best chances of the first half for the Gunners, but shot straight at Manuel Neuer after Jamal Musiala had forced David Raya into the full stretch save to the end. He says, and I quote, "That is Arsenal coach. I wish I had the right words to say to the players to make them feel better. What I am going to do, and all the coaching staffs too, is to be close to the players." Arteta said. Arsenal were chasing a first-time Champions League semi-final spot since 2009, with Arteta accepting his team were inexperienced at this stage of the competition, and this was the first quarter-final appearance since 2010. Bayern will meet Real Madrid in the semi-finals after the 14-time record winners knocked out Manchester City on penalties. Alright, now let's go back to England and now let's talk about English teams that are out of the Champions League, and a possibility for a 5th Champions League spot has been dashed out. England's hopes of securing a 5th Champions League spot have been taking a bitter hit over the pass tonight. With Italy clear at the top of the UEFA coefficient rankings, the second of the 2 available spots has turned into a battle between Germany and England. Before this week, Germany had a narrow lead, even though they only had 3 teams left in the quarterfinals compared with England's 5. Now that position has strengthened further with Borussia Dortmund and Bayern Munich both reaching the last 4 in the UEFA Champions League. It means the pair each collected 3 coefficient points this week, 2 each for the wins and a bonus point for getting through, and those points are divided by 7 by the numbers of Germany teams who have started out in Europe this season, which takes them to around 17,000. While Manchester City's defeat by Real Madrid ends their Champions League hopes, as penalties do not count in coefficient terms, and the game ended in a draw, meaning England have amazed only 1 point so far in this week, and it's hope that others will make it, that is around Aston Villa, West Ham United, and also Liverpool in the Europa League and Europa Conference League. Now let's go straight to Barcelona and Manchester City in the transfer scene, as Barcelona and City have held talks with the representative of RB Leipzig of the 25-year-old Spanish midfielder Dani Olmo in a bid to take him off the club. Now Liverpool could move for West Ham's Ghana forward Mohamed Kudus if the 31-year-old Egypt striker Mohamed Salah leaves for a Spanish team. Chelsea and Barcelona are among several European clubs considering a move for Roma's 30-year-old Argentine striker Paulo Dybala. And Shakhtar Donetsk expect to lose the Ukraine midfielder Jokro Sudakova this summer, with Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool, Manchester City and Manchester United interested in the 21-year-old. Now Mexican Rafa Marquez is one of the candidates to succeed Xavi when he steps down as Barcelona's manager at the end of the season. Bayern and also Tottenham have joined Man United in considering a move for Everton's English defender Jarrad Branthwaite. And Bayern are also monitoring the progress of English midfielder Archie Gray, but yet to make contact with Leeds United. Now Saudi Pro League clubs are interested in that 4-year-old Senegal midfielder Idrissa Gana Gueye, who is unlikely to be offered a new contract in Everton when his deal expires at the end of the season. Newcastle and Liverpool are keen on Sporting Lisbon Ivory Coast defender Ousmane Diomande, who is also wanted by Chelsea, and Sean Dyche's job as Everton is not under threat despite the poor form coming in from the club. Now Nottingham Forest wants more than £20 million for Everton Brazilian defender Mario Admid interest from Liverpool, Chelsea, Man United and Paris Saint-Germain. And Manchester United could offer Mason Greenwood as part of a deal to sign Brazilian defender Gles Bremer from Juventus later this summer. And now let's go straight to the result of matches that went down yesterday in the Women's League. Chelsea women defeated Aston Villa women 3-0 in the Women's Super League in English in England out there. And just like you all know the result of the UEFA Champions League, we'll go straight to the fixtures of matches that will come down later tonight on Thursday in the Europa League. Atlanta holding on 3-0 win in the first leg. Will be slugging it out against Liverpool out there in their shores in Italy. San Marcel will be taking on Benfica 8 p.m. Roma will host AC Milan 8 p.m. and West Ham United will take on champions, unbeaten champions Bayern Leverkusen 8 p.m. in the Europa League. Now in the Conference League, we have Fiorentina 5:45 taking on Victoria. At the same time, Lille will be hosting Aston Villa 8 p.m. Fenerbahce will take on Olympiacos. At the same time, PAOK Larnaca will take on Club Brugge in the French League and in the European League. And now let's go straight to tomorrow's fixtures. In Friday's games, Eintracht Frankfurt will take on Borussia Hosbox, I beg your pardon, in the German Bundesliga 7:30. At 5:30, Genoa will take on Lazio in the Spanish La Liga. In the Italian Serie A with Cagliari hosting Juventus at 7:45. 8 p.m. in the Spanish La Liga, Atletico Bilbao will take on Granada, making it the only game. And OGC Nice will host Lorient in the French League. This is how it's going to be and go down this Thursday night and also on Friday Night Football. Well, we'll meet tomorrow again for another exciting moment. My name has been Rudy Musago RMG, and I'm sending enjoy the week and do I stay out of trouble. Bye for now.